You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Bit Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Big shout outs to everybody that's listening right now on Apple Podcasts or iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, or wherever you're listening to. Also, don't forget, if you want to see the video recording of this show, make sure you go to thebitscoopwithcoop.com where you can catch episodes from season 1 all the way now. Also, you can catch me on Facebook, facebook.com/thebitscoopwithcoop. Also on Instagram, IGTV, baby. You can catch me there at Big Scoop with Coop and on YouTube at The Big Scoop with Coop. All right, people, enough about me. Today's guest, I have a rising pop star. She is actually doing it big in the music industry right now. She have over 490,000 followers on TikTok. She have over 7 million likes on her videos that she's done. She's been on Spotify, and she's still on Spotify on the editorial list. With over 25 million streams to her music, has been viewed over 80 million times. And her new single that's out is called Do You Think I'm a Fool? Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline. Now, we're going to chop it up with Caroline. We're going to actually see what she's up to. We're going to check her out, how her day is going. Let's see how this teenager is actually doing it big. And I mean, she's doing it way big. She's also fighting anorexia and also chronic illness, but she doesn't let that stop her. She continues to fight through, and her music is touching people daily. She also has the Caroline Army out there. Big shout outs to the Caroline Army that's watching this right now. Keep supporting Caroline because she's doing it big. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you a clip of Caroline, and then after that, let's chop it up with her and let's see what's going on with her. All right.
You're looking into my eyes, feeding me all these lies. I don't wanna know your opinion of me. Seeing you here right now as you're demeaning me, I won't ever know how you got so cold. It used to hurt me, but now I'm so much stronger. Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause I'm not, no, you don't make the rules. 'Cause you can be so cool. Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause you're wrong, I'm not falling for your games. 'Cause you can be so lame. Do you think that I'm a fool? Do you think that I'm a fool? Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause you're wrong, I'm not falling for your games. Kaleidoscopes in my head, go back to when I said no matter what I do, I won't please you. Sitting in my room, moving on from the gloom. I hope that you can change, but for now it's still the same. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna get the gold. Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause I'm not, no, you don't make the rules. 'Cause you can be so cool. Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause you're wrong, I'm not falling for your games. 'Cause you can be so lame. Do you think that I'm a fool? Do you think that I'm a fool? Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause you're wrong, I'm not falling for your games. You can keep thinking I'm a fool, but I'm stronger than ever. I've got my dancing shoes on and I'm more alive than ever. I'm alive. Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause I'm not, no, you don't make the rules. 'Cause you can be so cool. Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause you're wrong, I'm not falling for your games. 'Cause you can be so lame. Do you think that I'm a fool? Do you think that I'm a fool? Do you think that I'm a fool? 'Cause you're wrong, I'm not falling for your games.
Caroline, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course, of course. How's your day so far?
Yeah, pretty good. How's yours?
Oh, it's going well. It's going well. I'm in North Carolina. So yeah, so now our daytime has went away, so it's nighttime now.
Yeah,
I miss the days and I miss the summers. So that's what I can
it
say
gets
about it.
dark so early.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. I wish I have at least about an hour or two more of daylight.
for
That'll be
sure.
awesome. Yes. Now, Caroline, like I told everybody that's watching before, you have been doing big things. I mean, very big things. Your music, oh wow. I mean, you're reaching a lot of people. You got the Carolina Army. We're going to talk about that also. That a lot of people is backing you up on. But Caroline, for the people that just meet you for the first time, what was it like? When did you know that you actually had a love for music?
I think in school, when it was like you got to pick electives and it was kind of either painting or more towards singing, and I just always really loved singing and choir. And whenever we had, any type of play or singing type thing, that was just always what I gravitated towards.
Wow. So did you have a lot of friends that wanted to go with you into singing, classmates or anything?
Not really. Most people were really into like art and drawing, but it just was never my thing. I was always more into singing.
Nice, nice. Now, when you first actually went into the public, and when I mean public, I'm not talking about your career as of right now. When you first found out when you was in school and everything, were you nervous?
Yeah, for sure. Um, because it's a lot to put yourself out there. But luckily, I mean, most of the time you kind of had other people with you who helped you get over those fears. And then I just got more comfortable. Like even at first, it was weird. I would never be nervous before. And then once I started singing, I would just feel myself shaking. And I'd be like, why are you shaking? Why are you shaking? But throughout time, I've gotten so much better.
Wow. Now, also in the beginning, was it easier for you to, were you singing at home before you even started doing it at school, like around the house or anything?
Not really, like a little bit and just more for fun. But really at school is where it started.
Wow. Nice, nice. Now, what obstacles did you go through from when you first did it at school to where you're at now that you had to actually accomplish and go over to get to your career and what you are today?
Yeah, well, I just didn't really know where to start. It was just kind of uncharted territory, and like nobody in my family knew the music business or anything like that. So it was just kind of like felt impossible at first.
I believe that, Caroline, and I tell a lot of people though, whenever you have a love for something, and it can even
Mhm.
be music, it could be movies, it could be just going outside to be the best person in gym, basketball, or whatever. If you have a love for it, it's going to stay inside of you, and it's going
Yeah.
to make you want to just accomplish to say,
Mhm.
"Hey, I did that." And Caroline, I'm not going to lie, you did that. You
Oh,
did
thank
it. You're
you.
still doing it. Yes. Now, Caroline, you like I said, you got the pop music on lock. You're doing your thing. You're reaching out to people. How does it feel when people send you messages or they reach out to you in person or even through email, social media, where they're saying they love what you're doing? Does it bring a smile to your face?
Yeah, for sure. It's so kind because it's like you never really think people are actually going to listen, especially in the beginning. You're like, oh, nobody's going to care. And like you get told, like, oh, you need fans or you need people to know. And you're just like, how is anybody even going to know or care? And so then when people are like, oh my gosh, I love this song or love what you're doing, it's like surreal.
And I know, and I think a lot of people when they first start, they're so worried about saying, well, we're not a Taylor Swift, we're not a Beyonce, we're
Mhm.
not, we're not a Cardi B. Nobody's going to pay attention to me.
Mhm.
And look at your numbers. I mean, it's crazy. Your video's been viewed over 80 million times.
Yeah, it's
Your
crazy.
yes, and your streams. I mean, it's been played over 25 million times. And that proves to everybody, and I want everybody that's listening worldwide right now, it proves you don't have to be a Beyonce, you don't have to be a Cardi
Mhm.
B, you don't have to be a Taylor Swift, you don't have to be none of these people. You have a skill, show it to the world. You will have people coming after you. And
Totally.
Carolina's done it. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Now, Caroline, did you have any mentors that help you out during this time, as far as it goes for music?
Yeah, I did a lot of my songs with Dan Book, who's a producer who's done all types of things. And he really helped me take it to the next level in a lot of ways because I always loved songwriting and loved writing songs, but he kind of helped me know how to edit my songs because I would kind of just write a lot and be really wordy. And he just kind of helped me put it in the right way or learn how to say things differently or to, come up with rhymes that aren't cheesy. So he really helped me a lot.
Wow. Now, do you feel that if you didn't have him in your corner, do you feel that your music would have been heard as much as it is today, as far as it goes for your rhymes and everything, how your lyrics are actually put out? Do you feel like he brought the better out for you?
Yeah, for sure. He really helped them become what they were and just really helped me know what I wanted to say.
Nice, nice. Now, Caroline, I want to talk to you about something. And I kind of mentioned it earlier, but the Carolina Army is growing.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
mean, this is crazy. How
Yeah.
did you feel when you first found out that, the Carolina Army is increasing in numbers? How did that feel to you when you first found out about it?
Yeah, it was really exciting because it was like for so long, and I still obviously love like my first beginning solid base of those people who I knew and spoke to like every day on live streams and stuff. But it was cool where it's like you get new people, and then suddenly the live stream was full of, usernames I hadn't seen before. And so that was really exciting.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, you do actually talk about a lot of big things as far as it goes for, mental health. I know you're big on that also.
Mhm.
We're going to get into that in a minute also. And I just want to tell you personally off the record. No, it's going to be on the record. I want everybody worldwide to hear this. Caroline, I want to tell you straight up, I'm proud of you. You
Thanks.
have been fighting and fighting and fighting with your personal problems. You have been fighting through your music, and you have been encouraging a lot of people. Now, Caroline, I want to tell you straight up, I don't want you to stop. You
Oh, thank
continue
you.
doing what you're doing. And I promise you, you think these numbers are big now? Watch what happened to you. It is definitely about to blow up. Yes, yes.
Oh, thank
Now,
you. You're very kind.
oh, yes, you're welcome. You're definitely welcome. Now, have your life changed tremendously since the increase in numbers as far as it goes for social media when your gathering is coming and with your music? Has it changed for a positive for you?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like people take me more seriously now, which I mean, it kind of stinks in a way that you have to have more of a following to be taken seriously. But it's like people who wouldn't answer my calls before will now. So that's nice.
and and you're right. It's kind of crazy that
Yeah.
it comes to that part where people, you got to have a following for people to
Mhm.
even look at you. And
Totally.
yes, now I'm not gonna lie to you now, Caroline. Back in the day, I'm talking about like in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, it wasn't like that. It was before
Yeah.
social media. And if you had a skill, it stood out. And I believe, Caroline, if you was there back then in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you would still be where you're at today. You would have stood out because your music, once again, is on point
Oh,
and you're
thank
doing your thing. So I don't care what era you came in, Caroline. I believe you would have been dominant regardless.
oh, thank you. That's nice of you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, I want to talk about your new single that you have. Do you think I'm a fool?
Yeah.
Now, how did that come about? How did you actually come up to that?
That was really fun. That was one of the first songs I'd ever written a really long time ago that I kind of like held on to because it was a really special one. So I kind of wanted to have a little bit more of a base before I released it because it was just really special to me. And then I ended up redoing it like a bunch of times because I wrote it once, then like lost the lyrics to it, which was really sad. And so then I ended up rewriting it and then I rewrote it again. So rewrote it like 3 times. But luckily, it ended up to be something that I really believed in.
Wow. Now, Caroline Army, I want you to listen to this because I know you're hearing this interview. That's about that what I'm about to ask her. Now, we're about to find out something that you probably don't even know, Caroline Army. Now, Caroline, when you rewrote that song 3 times, the very first time you wrote it, is it anywhere close to the finishing product?
No, I don't think so.
Wow. Now, how were you devastated when you first?
Yeah, for sure. Because I couldn't find it anywhere. And like, I loved the idea so much. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I had the whole entire song written and now I can't find it anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now, Caroline, I'm gonna ask you for a favor. Now, if you ever find the original one, can you make it as a remix?
Yeah, totally. That would be
Ooh,
great.
ooh, let's do it. Let's definitely
Yeah.
do it. Now, Caroline, your army and everybody else knows, you've been fighting, anorexia and chronic illness.
Mhm.
How is it for you on a day-to-day basis as far as it goes for fighting that and staying up and positive and doing music and having your everyday life? How's it affecting you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a hard thing because sometimes I just like don't want to think about it. But
Mhm.
then, it's such a big part that it's obviously something that I think about a lot and deal with a lot. So it's like every day is kind of different, where some days it's kind of like bad days and I get in bad moods, but then other days I can feel like good and feel like I can accomplish it and have a good day and do a good job of like also like promoting it in a good way on social media and also dealing with it personally.
Now, have you had a lot of the Carolina Army actually reach out to you saying they're actually fighting the same thing, battling the same thing, or have some type of mental illness or mental health issue that your music has like changed their life? Have you had a lot of people reach out to you?
For sure, a lot, which has been crazy because you never really realize how many people are going through it. Like you feel like you're the only person going through it sometimes, but there's so many other people going through it. And a song, Smiling, which I put out like April last year, that song really helped a lot of people going through mental health, and a lot of people reached out to me about that. So I was happy it made other people feel less alone, and it made me feel less alone too.
Now, do you feel that for throughout your career, are you going to actually target your music to be towards mental health, or is there other subjects that you would like to actually sing about, or is mental health going to be your prime objective to reach out to everybody around the world?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to write more songs about mental health because it's also just where I'm at a lot. So although like a lot of other type of songs come out, that seems to be a recurring theme when I write recently because it's just, you write what you're going through and what you can connect to.
That's so true. Um, could you say, well, as far as it goes for this year and last year, how many people, you don't have to name any names or anything, but just a round number, how many people has probably reached out to you saying thank you for your music and thank you for helping me battle my own mental health? How many people you think probably reached out?
Probably like, I don't know, somewhere around 70-ish, which
Wow.
has been a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is watching worldwide. Make sure you check out Caroline's music, because if you're going through something, it could be a mental condition, it could be a physical condition, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you, Caroline can actually, with her words and her power of music, can turn things around. So everybody, make sure you go check out the music. Caroline, tell everybody where they can actually find your music at.
Spotify, it's just Caroline, and then Apple, which is also just Caroline, and also YouTube, which is official Caroline's underscore music.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go follow her YouTube page so you can keep up with all the latest music that's going to come out. Check out Spotify, check out Apple, check it out. I want you to make sure you download it 10 million times, and I want you to make sure you get your friends and your family to turn around and download it 10 million times. I want you to have it on every device that you have, from your phone to your tablet. I don't care. Put it in your head. make sure you check out this music. Caroline, once again, like I said, you're doing big things, and I am proud of you for everything that you are doing. Are there any other projects that you're working on or new music that you're working on that the Army can actually expect to come out?
Yes, I'm working on an album and then a lot of other new music, which I've been really excited about. I think it's better than the old music. Well, I hope it's better, but let's hope it's better. And then also a visual album as well, which I'm really looking forward to.
Wow, Caroline girl, you are staying busy. Now, I got to ask, how in the world are you actually multitasking through music and school? It seems like your plate is full 24 hours
Yeah,
a day.
for sure. It's a lot, but it's like you find time for things you love, It's like if you really want to do it, you can find time usually.
I like that answer. I
Yeah.
like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're an adult, if Caroline can find ways between school, home, music, and make everything work, you can do it too. Stop sitting there saying, I don't have time to do something. You got a remote in your hand, flipping channels on a television. No, you get up and do what you have to do. Now, what is the best way for everyone to find you on social media?
Probably TikTok and Instagram, which is both official Carolines_music.
Wow, nice, nice. And what is, do you know what your following is right now on TikTok?
It's like 500,000.
Nice,
Yeah.
very nice. Everybody, make sure you find her on TikTok. Make sure you find her everywhere on social media, because you don't know what Caroline is going to do next. She already told you she got an album that's about to drop that she's working on. You better keep up with her, because that's going to be the best thing to do on social media. Now, also, Caroline, what advice would you give any male or female that wants to be a singer or get into pop? What advice would you give them?
I think writing songs every day really helps get your skills. And I think it's number one, like getting a skill you're really confident in and making sure that you feel really confident. And then once you feel that way, then really going out and putting yourself out there and just posting on social media and doing it.
Now, do you feel that social media is the number one way to actually get your music out there in today's time?
Probably. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways, but for me, that's been kind of the only way I've known how.
Wow, nice, nice. Oh, before we even end the show, before we get to the last segment, also, how supportive have everybody been in your family as far as it goes for your music career?
Yeah, pretty supportive.
Nice, very nice. Are you the can you say that you're the best one in your family that's got the vocal skills?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I can't sing neither, but I can hum every album, every song that you have out. I can hum it to death. I would not sing, 'cause I will break a microphone and a camera and a mirror. So I won't bless with the singing ability. So I'm proud of you once again, Caroline. Everybody, once again, make sure you go check out her social media pages. Make sure you check her out on Apple, Spotify, check her out on YouTube. Make sure you hit like everywhere you can. Make sure you follow Caroline everywhere you can, because Caroline, once again, is doing very big things, and you never know what's coming next from her, even though she told you the next two things she's doing. But she might surprise you. You never know what's going to come. You definitely don't. Now, Caroline, it's the last segment of the show. It's called Take the Floor. You have up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want. No questions asked. Caroline, take the floor.
Okay. I would say just when it comes to your mental health, like don't be afraid to ask for help. I think so many people are so scared to ask for help. And even for me, I was really scared to ask for help and didn't really want to, but it can make a big difference. And even if you don't want to do the help that you get forever, like just at least trying it and just seeing if it works for you and trying different strategies to just be able to make your life better and help you be able to function.
Nice, nice. Caroline, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you again for coming on the show. It's an honor to have you up here, and I would love to have you back on in the future.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Caroline, make sure you follow her, make sure you keep up with her. Go get her music. When her new album drops, go get it. When the visual drops, go get it. Actually, go get her music that she have out now. That's what you need to do also. So if you're going through something with mental health, if you have any mental issues or anything, don't hold it in. Make sure you go get help, because it's hard in today's world to actually live without help in this world. So make sure you go get help. Caroline, once again, you keep doing big things. You got it?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, people. All right, guys. Next time on the Big Scoop with Coop, my next guest is, I never announce my next guest. You guys know that by now. I'm not announcing it. You got to make sure you stay tuned. Once again, make sure you keep up with Caroline. Until the next time on the Big Scoop with Coop.